codes and how it changes your life. So here we go. What's up, ladies? What's up, you guys? Hello, beautiful people. Happy Sunday. So I'm coming on today because it's day 2 of our transformative journey through the Liberation Protocol. On Friday, I talked about the power of mastering both the internal game, aka self-mastery, and the outer empire. And what that really means is that I am seeing so many people, right, follow every strategy that they can possibly follow, do everything that they can possibly do to grow their businesses. But what really is the big difference between those who are actually seeing great results in their business and those who are not? It all comes down to self-mastery. So I happen to 100% believe that when you master yourself, you then can master business. In fact, I feel that when you master self-mastery, everything in business and life gets easier, right? And I believe that quantum leaps can happen, all right? So on Friday, I talked about the power of mastering both the internal and the outer empire and how important it is if you want to see major success in your business, in your life, with your health in 2025. So today I want to just dive in to something that has the potential to change everything. Like complete fucking game changer, guys. I'm talking change the way, you make sales, lead generation, speaking engagements, your own health, your business, your relationships, your marketing, right? Like this particular code that I'm going to be diving into today has the power to change everything. So I want to just kind of talk about what that code is. And over the next, 9 more days, I'm going to be diving into all of the codes. So don't worry. If you missed what all of those were, I did give a rough rundown of what those were on my last live. So go check that out. But let's just dive right in. So code number 1 comes down to making powerful decisions. So I want to tell you about a story that changed my life forever. In 2010, I was stationed in Germany with my family. I have been a military spouse for over 15 years, and I actually love it. I remember when I met my husband, I was like, there's no way in hell I would ever marry into military. Like, no. I don't want to move around. I want to stay close to family. I just want to stay safe in my little comfort zone, right? And then I ended up marrying a military man and, divorcing him, yes, but also then remarrying another military man. Like something about like getting to move every couple of years just actually excites me. Like I freaking love it. Anyway, so there we were in 2010, and we were stationed in Germany, Spangdahlem Air Force Base. I'll never forget this base because that's where my life changed. So I want you to just picture this, right? I was sitting in a doctor's office. My youngest daughter, Sarah, so many of you see her in all of my stories and reels. But my youngest, right? So I have 2 kids. My youngest, Sarah, was playing with her doll beside me. She was about 2 years old. When the doctor comes into the office, sits down, opens up her flip chart and says, Carissa, I hate to be the one to tell you this. And I'm like, what the fuck, right? Like she's looking square at me right in the eye, right? She's like less than 3 feet away from me. And she's like, I've got to tell you something that probably no one's ever told you. And I was like, seriously, guys, like, can you just imagine like being in a doctor's office when the doctor looks at you like that? You're like, oh my God, I've got cancer, like all the things, right? Like start rolling through your head. So yeah, there I am. She drops those words and my heart kind of stops. And she says, Carissa, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. She said, you're 5 foot tall. You're 213 pounds. You smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day. You have an excuse for every reason why you can't change your life. You're depressed and on antidepressants, and you drink at least a bottle of wine at night just to go to bed. Then she said, if I kept that lifestyle up, that my kids wouldn't have a mama in 10 years. Now, I don't know if you're a parent out there. If you're watching this and you're a parent, could you imagine getting news like that? Like she gave me a 10-year death sentence and I was 26 years old. That was like a punch straight to the gut, you guys. It fucking hurt. And I'll be honest, I'm Puerto Rican. And at first I was like angry as AF, right? I was like, who the hell are you to tell me that my life's out of control? Like I was just in complete denial. The fact that I had let myself go, I had lost who the fuck I was. So here's why I'm telling you this story today, because obviously that was just that was like, like when you have a wake up call, like an alarm clock, and you like hit the snooze, like you would have thought that would have been like the aha wake up call. It wasn't. That was the snooze button to the real wake up call the next day. And I'm not going to share what the huge, aha epiphany was in that moment, unless you want to hear it. So definitely drop me a note if you're like, oh my God, I'm in that same spot. I'm depressed and I'm sad and I'm overweight and all the things, right? So if you're there and you want to know the real aha, I'm happy to dive into that. But anyways, I got that punch straight to the gut, right? And here's why I'm sharing this story with you today. That moment highlights a massive problem that I see so many brilliant entrepreneurial women and coaches do. We stay stuck in cycles of paralysis. We let fear and other people's opinions hijack our dreams. We procrastinate on the very decision that could transform our lives and our businesses forever. You guys, the research is so crystal clear. Women who master decisive action are 80% more likely to hit six figures in their business. Yet so many of us, right, them, I would have been in that statistic had I not learned this powerful lesson many, many years ago. So many women remain frozen, waiting for permission and validation or the perfect time to get started. Think about it. I mean, how many opportunities have slipped through your fingers because you couldn't make a decision? How much time have you wasted second guessing yourself? How many dreams have you put on the back burner or on hold because you're waiting for someone else's approval or the right time? So I want to share with you, because I have some comments on my other social channels that women want to hear how, like the real epiphany, right? Like how the fuck did I lose close to 100 pounds of fat off my body? How did I overcome depression? How did I overcome Hashimoto's? Like how did I get myself out of the world's most sickest fucking rut possible? Because guys, I mean, literally, I was like the worst of the worst wives ever. I was like, I hate my life, right? So yeah, let me share how that story ends, because it really does illustrate the power of what I'm talking about today. So the day after the doctor's appointment, I was sitting on the couch. I was feeling pretty fucking sorry for myself. I mean, right? Come on. I was just told that I was not going to make it another 10 years if I kept up the lifestyle. I was already depressed and I was like, yo, I drank 2 bottles of wine last night. I smoked at least a pack and a half in a matter of, like a half a day. I slept in. I didn't even want to walk my kids to the bus stop. I was just like, fuck. So there I am sitting on the couch and I look over at a picture of my mom. I had a beautiful picture of her. She was like my best friend, you guys. So there she was. I had a picture of her on my end table, a cup of coffee in hand. And I looked over at that picture. And for the first time in my entire life, I saw my real mom. I saw all 320 pounds of her. I saw her battle with cancer, diabetes, and the lack of energy that she had. I didn't see the hustler or the strong mom who raised me and 3 other kids. I saw all of her sickness. I mean, I went to so many doctor's appointments. I cleaned up her hair. I cleaned up her puke. And I kept telling myself, oh, I'm never going to be like that. I'm never going to let myself get like this. And there I was, fucking killing myself. And I was unconsciously doing it. The worst part, you guys, is that I saw my future self in her. I was tired. I was run down. I was unhealthy. I was full of disease. And the worst part is that I saw my kids having to bury me at 40 because I was too lazy and afraid to change my life. That day, I made a powerful decision, a decision that would alter the entire course of my entire life. I decided to change. I decided to start fighting for what was important to me. I decided, a single decision, I decided right then and there that my life was worth fighting for. So I started working on my health journey. And ever since then, you guys, I have been making powerful, aligned decisions that don't just honor my mind and my body. They honor my life and my business. The results, right? Like, what was the ripple effect? The real ROI of getting my health in check? Fuck. I mentioned it on Friday, right? 10K days, 20K days, 100K weeks, 176K weeks, guys. Everything just kept getting better. Leads were pouring in, sales were happening. You know, my business was thriving. I went from a solo coach to a team of 5 and 6 and 7, and like life was good. But more importantly, I had my health. I had my strength. I'm present for my family. And fuck, financially, like freedom feels good. I was literally just having this conversation with my daughter. I absolutely love actually going to the gym with my daughter. So we go every morning. My husband, we all go, right? We're a family of health. And he drives separate because he is doing like 90-minute workouts, and I'm only doing like 65, 75-minute workouts. And we've all got our separate ways, right? So we're in the car, and she's talking to me about how, you know, she was allowing people to persuade her on the decisions that she was making. And I'm like, this is why I love my daughter, right? It's like, she's so consciously aware. Like, she is not a normal 17-year-old. And she would say, Mom, I think it's because you raised me, right? Like, you have been a really great role model for me. And it's not always been the case, y'all. Like, thank God my life was a hot mess before she was 2 and 3 years old. Like, thank God she's only ever known a strong ass, badass woman, right? I've always wanted to be the role model that she deserves. And drop a hell yes, like, if that's important to you too, right? Like, I know that is, mamas. I know you want to be a role model for your kids. So we're having this, you know, conversation. And I looked at her, I said, Sarah, I know you don't remember this, because when I got a divorce from my husband, my entire family was there. We have like this sick way of like announcing big ass news to the world. It's like, we all get together for dinner, and then like, it's really great. And about dessert and coffee time, we're like, so I've got something to say. Like, that's just how my fucking family rolls. And so there we were, right? We're surrounded at the dinner table. And I was like, so guys, I want to tell you about a decision that I'm making. And they all looked at me, and I was like, I'm filing for divorce. After 15 years of marriage, I am going to file for divorce. And of course, everyone started chiming in. They're like, how did you get this clarity? And I was like, my coach helped me. And they're like, is she a Christian coach? Like, they were putting all kinds of guilt and shame, and like, they were trying to just put their fucking perspectives on me. And I looked at them, each and every one of them, and I said, listen, I don't need your permission. I'm not looking for your validation. I am a grown-ass woman making this decision with clarity and focus. If you cannot support me, get out. I mean, that's a tough conversation to have with your guys' family. I mean, have you ever had that situation? But I was just like so clear on what I wanted to do that it didn't matter what their opinions were. Because you guys, I see so many women who want to go and quit their corporate careers to pursue their passion as a coach. I see women who want to, leave their husbands because they're not happy. I see women who, say that I don't want to have kids, but my family is pressuring me. I see so many women who allow other people's opinions to get the best versions of them. I help my clients make very aligned decisions. I help my clients stand up for what they desire, because otherwise you're just a fucking prisoner in someone else's game. So here's what I want you to know, right? And I told you about the decision that I chose, right? When I went from corporate to coach, every day I make probably a powerful decision that supports me, my life, my dreams, and my vision. But I chose my health story because that's where it all started. right? So here's what I want you to know, you guys. That one decision in 2010, that one decision changed my life completely. I truly believe that I'd still be working for somebody else, that I would have zero confidence, that I would still be smoking, that I'd still be drinking, that I'd still be fucking hating my life. But one powerful, aligned decision can collapse time and create quantum leaps in your success. I want to remind you guys, right? Because a lot of people just look at that one decision mainly based on fear, right? They're not making a decision based on fear. What will people think of me, right? So it's like, I've been there. But I'm telling you, when you know how to make very aligned decisions, there's zero guilt. There's straight up ownership. And those are the types of women I love to work with, right? They take radical responsibility for the decisions that they make. They fucking own it and they roll with it and they always find solutions to their problems. But when you can go from like, I don't know if I should do that. I mean, years could be wasted on trying to make a single decision. So truly, when you can learn to make a powerful decision that supports you, you learn how to collapse time. And I don't know about you, but money, all the things, right? The money, the sales, everything that I chase in my business, I really strive for time freedom. Money comes and goes. I love money, don't get me wrong, but I've learned how to master money. So now I want to master the time, right? Because that's all I have. If I had more time with my mom, I would do anything. I would give $1 million to have another conversation with my mom. And I can't get that time back. So you can see that if she would have made some powerful decisions, she would have maybe been here still too. So ladies, if you're ready to master the art of powerful decision making and learn my exact process for how I make aligned decisions that create rapid success, I want you to consider coming over to the Alpha Queens Rising Facebook community. It's a free community that supports women on their journey to greatness. Because starting next week, I'll be diving deep into these processes for how I make decisions, how I overcome fear. Now, if you want an invitation into that community, just drop the word community below and I will help you get in. Okay. Tomorrow, I'm diving into code 2. There's 10 codes. Remember, they're like universal fucking laws to creating success on your terms. They're amazing. So tomorrow, tune in live because I'm going live with code number 2. Drop in the comments right now a crown if you're ready to step into becoming a powerful decision maker. And if that's you, fuck yeah, let's roll, right? So anyways, guys, I'm going to go. I hope to see you tomorrow. I love you and I will see you soon. Bye for now.